Hey, this is Dave at Basin Calls, and I wanted to go over some quick instruction for you guys that bought the BigShot Honker call. It's a short reed style goose call, and I'm going to go over some stuff really quick to get you started on how to blow your basic clucks, get you started toward double clucks real quick, and how to do a quick moan. And those three calls have killed a lot of geese through the years, so these are the first three calls you should really learn on it. So the first thing to do is teach you how to hold it. You're going to take and put it along your pointer finger. Let your pointer finger cover up just a tiny bit of the exhaust, and then let your other fingers just come down around it. Kind of the same hold we have for all our calls. I know a lot of you guys have learned how to blow short reeds by wrapping your finger around the end and using these three fingers to go down, but this call does not like that. It wants you to run off your index finger draping slightly over the exhaust hole, then your other finger's coming down. It gives it more of an expansion chamber for the sound. And then you're going to take your other hand and cup it like you're holding a softball. Then bring it up so that your thumb is in between your index finger and your middle finger. So basically, you end up with something that looks like this. That way this hand can come around to quiet things down, not cup them off so air can't get out, but come around to quiet things down and then open back up again when you want to get loud. Okay, the basic honk is going to be done by humming. While you're humming in a higher pitched voice, you're going to say the word woot, W-O-O-T, woot, woot, kind of like barking like a dog, woot, 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 but in a higher pitched voice. Woot, 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 woot. Woot, woot, woot. Woot, woot, woot. Now if you bring this hand around the front and blow it a little softer, it'll get quieter and lower. Woot, 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 woot. Now if you don't blow hard enough, you'll hear something like this. You want to blow harder until you get it to break over. Woot, woot, woot. Woot, woot, woot. Okay, that's your basic sort of a cluck honk sound. Now, shorter, choppier clucks can be made by saying the word dut, D-U-T, dut, dut. So hold it the same way. Dut, 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 dut. Dut, dut, dut. Dut, dut. Now to make a higher pitched cluck, on this hand, you'll lift your middle finger up, just ever so slightly, about that much. As you do that, it will kind of make this hand come open a little bit. You'll feel your middle finger push against the palm of this softball hand, causing that to come open a little. And you're going to say the word dit. Dit, dit, dit. Dit, dit, dit. See, we have the middle finger came up and causing everybody to get out of the way a little. If you blow too softly, again, you're not going to get to break over. Now, here comes the hand-eye coordination part. You'll say dut with your middle finger down, and you'll say dit with your middle finger up. Dut, dit, dut, dit. If you can learn to do that, dut, dit, dut, dit. Then you can progressively speed it up faster to make a double cluck. And it's just a matter of mastering going slow, dut, dit, until you can go quicker and quicker and quicker. Now the third thing I want to teach you real quick is the moan. And the vocal part of the moan is very easy. You're just going to go ah with your voice in it, humming ah, ah. But what you have to remember to do is when you say ah, you open that hand up and relax out as your breath comes out. Ah, ah, ah. It will let the air out. Ah, ah. Now if you don't open that hand, it's going to cause it to break over. If you get that, that's the wrong sound. Got to open that hand, dump that air out. That hand kind of lets it drawl out and gives it a natural begging sound. Now what you can do also, after you do one of those ahs, drop your hand back in and say the word dit. Ah, dit, ah, dit, ah, dit, ah, dit. Ah, dit, ah, dit, ah, dit, ah, dit. And that's another one you can practice a lot of and learn to make it faster and faster. One thing you'll notice about a short reed goose call, your voice inflection, the intensity and the pitch. When it's low and you're not blowing as hard, the note's slower and softer. If it's high and you're blowing harder, your voice is higher pitched, then it's louder and higher pitched. Dut 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 dit 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 dut 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 dit dit. Woot 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 woot. This hand, basically when you blow a lower note, a deeper note with your voice, you're actually blowing softer. So this hand comes in front to help compensate for the back pressure. As you blow a higher pitched note, it requires less back pressure, so this hand comes out and allows it to be a higher pitched note with more air passing through. It doesn't block the air. Woot 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 woot. Woot 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 woot. You see, that's kind of how short reed works. The frequency of your voice, the higher low pitch of your voice, is together with the amount of air you're pushing through it, is together with the amount of back pressure you're putting with your hands. I know it sounds like a whole bunch of stuff at first, but as you learn to do these, as you master the simple honks, you see, just by traveling this hand around and varying my voice from high pitch to low pitch, and that's all I'm changing, I can make a bunch of different geese. Now combined with the ah and the ah-it that we just talked about, you can make some very realistic goose ground talk with just clucks and ahs. make the low murm sound, I'm just doing an uncompleted woot. I'm just woo, woo, woo to the point of where it's breaking, but I'm not breaking it over with the whoot as part of it. Woo, woo. And there you go. That's just kind of a basic, what we'd say, a box of notes that you can use to effectively call Canada Geese.